Let us master the skills for the art of solving problems. In our YouTube channel, we have organized list of playlists. Look for the pair of linear equations word problems. You'll get 100 questions to practice in sets of 5 or 6 each. In each set, we have organized the questions in increasing level of difficulty for you to pick up these skills and master them. So in this particular set, we have 5 questions for you, which you can see right there. We are going to start with the very first question and move forward in solving them one by one. Also notice a very special offer for students preparing for IIT JEE. If they are in grade 9 and 10 and they want to join my coaching classes, I'm taking 10 of them absolutely free. Apply till 31st of December or latest by 1st of January. Classes begin from 1st of February. Great. Let's begin with the solution of the first question here. Strategy is simple. Define variables, write expressions, equate them to equations, solve them using substitution or elimination method. Write answer in a complete sentence. Right, so question number 1 is half of the difference of two numbers is 2. The sum of the greater number and twice the smaller number is 13. Find the numbers. So let's define the numbers as variables. So let x and y be the numbers. Now read the sentence again. Half of the difference of two numbers. So half difference of two numbers, we are assuming x to be greater than y. Then we'll write x minus y. So that becomes the difference of two numbers is 2. Very tricky equation, right? Half of the difference of two numbers is 2. So as soon as you get your equation, label it. So here's equation 1 for us. Second statement is the sum of greater number and twice the smaller number is 13. So greater number is x. So sum of greater number, which is x, plus twice the smaller number, which is y, right, is 13. So you get a second equation. We'll label this as 2. At this stage, once you have two equations, you need to decide whether you want to use substitution method or elimination. So what we can do is we can rearrange equation number 1, right, and multiplying both by 2, we can get x minus y equals to 2 times 2, which is 4. Makes sense, right? So we multiplied equation 1 by 2 on both the sides. So we call this as our equation number 3. Now you can see that if I take difference of equation 2 and 3, I can actually eliminate x. So what am I going to do? Well, we'll do equation 2 minus equation 3. So when I write these numbers in circle, it's kind of a code for my students. Equation number 2 minus equation number 3. So x minus x is 0, and then we get 2y minus of minus y. You understand? Equals to 13 minus 4. So from here, we can find the value of y. So basically, let me rewrite this as 2y minus and minus becomes plus. And 13 minus 4 is 9. So we get 3y equals to 9, y equals to 9 over 3, which is 3. So we have solution for y, which is a smaller number, right? So you can now use any one of these equations to find the value of x, right? So we know that x minus y is 4, right? So that means x is basically 4 plus y, correct? So we can find what x is. Makes sense? So x is equal to 4 plus the value of y, which is 3. So that gives us 7. So we get our answer. Our answers are x is equal to 7, y is equal to 3. Correct? So now you can see 7 minus 3 is 4 and half of that is 2. So it works, correct? So I hope you have understood all these steps involved in solving the very first question. Clear? Let's move on to the second question now. Similar type, it says the larger of the two number is 4 more than the smaller. Twice the larger added to smaller is 86 this time. Find the two numbers. So the idea of having similar question is, if you have understood this strategy, pause the video, answer. If not, try to understand once again. So again we have two numbers x and y, right? So x and y are two numbers, right? Where x is greater than y. So x is the larger number, right? So this is our let statement. Now it says larger of the two number is 4 more than smaller, right? So larger number is x. So x is y plus 4, 4 more than the smaller. Twice the larger means twice x. Added to smaller equals 86. So once again, read the question, write the equation, and then check. Is it right? The larger of the two numbers is 4 more than smaller, x equals to y plus 4. Twice the larger 2x added to smaller equals 86 plus y equals 86. Perfect. So we can now label them as equation 1 and equation 2. Find the two numbers. Now, you know x equals to y plus 4. So let us use substitution this time, right? So sub 1 in equation 2. So which means value of x, right? So value of x is y plus 4. And then we have y equals to 80. Makes sense? So this time we are going to use substitution strategy to solve our equation. Correct? Great. So apply distributive property. 2 times y plus 2 times 4 is 8 plus y equals to 86. And 2y plus y is 3y, right? So 3y equals to 86. Take y 8 on the other side. Correct? So we got 3y equals to 86 minus 8. And when you take away 16 minus 8 is 8 and we are left with 78. So y is equal to 78 divided by 3, which is 3 times 2, 6 and 18 is 26. So we have the value of y as 26. Once you have value of y as 26, you can find what x is using one of your equations. So x is equal to y plus 4. So that means it is 26 plus 4, which is equal to 30. So we get our solution for x and y, correct? So our solution here is that x is equal to 30 and y is equal to 26. You can see x is larger than y by 4. Makes sense? Great. So I hope everything is clear so far. Feel free to write your comment, share your views. In case you want to learn directly from me, you can always send an email to globalmathinstitute@gmail.com. Our students are right there on the top, getting admission to the best universities. Now let's move on to question number 3. Also look for our special offers. This time we are offering for 10 students who are preparing for IIT JEE, absolutely free. Great. Question number 3 here is, The sum of two numbers is 4 less than twice the larger if 3 times the smaller number is subtracted from the larger number. The result is minus 20. Find the numbers. So very similar to the first two questions. I hope by now you have understood the strategy. So in this set, we are comparing the numbers and working with them. Two numbers. So once again, I'll write down the equation, but use any of the method, elimination or substitution, to solve this, right? Sum of two numbers. So let's write x and y are two numbers where x is larger than y. Is it clear? Sum of two numbers is 4 less than twice the larger. So sum of two numbers means x plus y, correct? Sum of two numbers is 4 less than is means equal to. 4 less than, 4 will come after, twice the larger. So larger number is x, right? You get the equation correct. So that is how from the first sentence we get our first equation. Clear? Second sentence. If 3 times the smaller number is subtracted from the larger number, so larger number is x minus 3 times the smaller number. If 3 times the smaller number, which is y, is subtracted from the larger number x, the result is minus 20. So that becomes your equation number 2. Get the idea. So we have two equations right there. Now, in the first equation, x is on both the sides. So it is a good practice to rewrite this, correct? So let's rewrite this as bringing that 2x to the right or left, whatever. Let's bring it to the left side. So we have x minus 2x equals to minus y, or let's keep y here itself, plus y equals to minus 4, correct? X minus 2x is minus x plus y equals to minus 4. Give this as your equation 3. Now you see, you can actually easily solve this particular problem using these two equations. You can use the method of what is good for you, elimination. If you are going to add them, x and minus x will cancel. So that is how we decide which method to be used. So we will do elimination method. So we are going to add equation 2 with equation 3. Clear? So when you add x minus x is 0, minus 3y, we get minus 3y plus y equals to minus 20 plus minus 4. Clear? So we have minus 2y equals to minus 24, or y is equal to minus 24 over minus 2, which is 12. Once you get the value of y, you can use one of your equations and then find the value of x, right? So I'm going to use the equation 3, right? So we'll substitute y equals to 12 in our equation number 3. Makes sense? So what do we get? We get minus x plus 12 equals to minus 4, or x is equals to 12 plus 4, which is 16. So larger number is 16, smaller is 12, right? So we get our solution. So let's write down our solution now, which is x equals to 16 and y equals to 12. Makes sense? You can see the difference is 4. Moving on to the next question, question number 4. When 3 times one number is added to 4 times another, the result is 44. When 5 times the number is added to 2 times the second number, the result is 50. What are the numbers? Great. So a slightly more tricky question. Start with defining variables. So we have x and y are two numbers. Okay, great. When 3 times, so let's read, 3 times one number, right? So 3 times one number, you can pick any one, 3x, right? Then read further, is added to. So you add this to 4 times another number. So we get what? 4 times another number. The result is 44. The result is 44 means equal to 40. Do you see how simple it becomes? So read carefully, divide your sentence into small phrases, write expressions, relate as an equation. That becomes our complete strategy. So I hope you have got this strategy to solve word problems. Correct? Now go through the second statement, which is when 5 times the number is added to 2 times the second number. Right? So 5 times the number is added to 2 times the second number. 2 times the second number, the result is 50. So we get 50. So we got our equation. We'll number them as 1 and 2. Now in this equation, there are different ways of solving. Elimination will be better. What we can do is we can multiply the second equation by 2. So let's do that. So we get 10x plus 4y equals to 100. And we get our third equation. You see that? Idea is that now we have 4y common in equation 1 and 3. So if I subtract one from the other, right? So let's do, if I do equation 3 minus equation 1, what do I get? So 10 minus 3 will give me 7x, right? 4y is 0 and 100 minus 44. Do you see how we eliminated the value with y and got an equation only in x, right? So now from here we can solve for x. 100 minus 44 will be 10 take away 4 is 6 and 9 take away 4 is 5. So we have the value of x, which is 56 by 7, or x equals to 8. So we get our x value, which is 8. Now we can substitute this value in any one of our equations, right? So let's use equation 3. So we have this equation 10x plus 4y equals to 100. You could use equation number 1 also. That is better because it's simpler, right? So we'll use equation 1. Instead of 10x 4y, we can use equation 1 or 2, right? So let's use equation 2. 5x plus 2y equals to 50. Correct. No problems. Any one of them. Substitute the value of x as 8. So 5 times 8 plus 2y equals to 50. 5 times 8 is 40 plus 2y equals to 50. So 2y equals to 50 minus 40, which is 10, or y is equal to 10 over 2, which is 5. So we get the values of both x and y. Clear? The value of x here is 8 and the value of y is 5. You can verify the result, right? Substitute 8 and 5 in your original equations to check. Are these the right answers? Perfect. So I hope now you have understood clearly how do we solve such questions. The last question for you is right there, which is not very difficult. However, if you have learned all these strategies in this video, it should not be difficult at all for you. Well, in case you have doubts, you can always send an email on globalmathinstitute@gmail.com. I can share with you absolutely free playlist which can help you resolve your doubts. Question number 5 here is, larger of two numbers is 5 more than double the smaller number. The sum of numbers is 44. Find the numbers, right? So again, the two numbers are x and y. So x and y, where x is larger. So I'm writing x greater than y. Makes sense, right? So when you have numbers, do not imagine that they are whole numbers. They could be fractions also, rational numbers also. You get the whole idea, right? They could be positive or negative numbers, right? Open for that, right? So now, larger of the two numbers is 5 more than double the smaller number. So larger is x. Larger of two number is means equal to 5 more than double the smaller, right? So double the smaller is 2y plus 5. You see, I'm writing plus 5 later. Then means it will come later. Subject here is y, smaller number. Twice the smaller number plus 5. So we get our first equation. Now second, the sum of numbers is 44. Very simple. So x plus y is 44. Correct. So here what should you use? Since we already know x in terms of y, method of substitution here is good, right? So you will sub 1 into, correct? So as soon as you sub, what do you get? X is 2y plus 5. So we get 2y plus 5 plus y equals to 44. So 2y plus y is 3y, and take 5 on the other side, correct? And that brings you to the value of y as 3y equals to 44 minus 5 is 39. So y should be 39 divided by 3. So y is equal to 30. Once you get the value of y, substitute and get the value of x. First equation is good for us. X equals to 2y plus 5. So x is equal to 2 times 13 plus 5, which is 26 plus 5, which is 31. Correct. So we get our solution. So the solution here is x is equal to 31 and y is equal to 30. Makes sense. You can always, check your answer. It is a good practice. With that, we come to an end of our set with 5 questions. I hope in this you have learned when two numbers are related with product and difference type of thing, how do we write equation and solve them? Feel free to write a comment, share your views. If you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for your valuable time and all the best.